Hello everybody, this is your main man Keith here from Keith Plays PS4 927. Happy Sunday afternoon to all my awesome viewers on this awesome channel. We are in week 10 of our London Bulldogs franchise in the 2022 NFL season. So next week we face off against the Chicago Bears in Chicago, whom we battled off last postseason in the conference championship game. I'll have that video in the link in the description if you guys want to check that video out. And our next home game will not be until week 12 is when we battle off against the New York Giants in London. So, anyways, week 10, we're in Jacksonville, Florida at TIAA Bank Field, which is the only NFL stadium, to my understanding, which has a swimming pool because Florida, it's always hot down there, sunny, never snows. And yeah, there's also an MLB stadium in Arizona. They have a pool too. It's also home of the Arizona Diamondbacks. It's called Chase Field, or I still call it Chase Field. If their name got changed, just put it down in the comment section so I'll remember it. So without a further ado, we'll see you at kickoff time.
Today, from TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, it's week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Gardner Minshew and the Jacksonville Jaguars versus Ben Roethlisberger and the London Bulldogs.
Okay, now it is kickoff time here at TIAA Bank Field, and we see Jalen Ramsey, the former Jacksonville Jaguars secondary. He got drafted from Florida State in 2016, and he's going to get stopped at the 28-yard line, and that will be a first down and 10. We see Ben Roethlisberger stepping on the field for the first time in this episode. So 21 touchdowns this season, and he's not thrown a single INT whatsoever. So now this is going to be a first and 10 from the 28-yard line. Roethlisberger back to throw. He passes it to Golden Tate. He does a juke move there. And he's going to run this out. And he's going to score the first points of the game for the Bulldogs. Touchdown, Bulldogs. So this is Roethlisberger's 22nd touchdown of the season. And that will be his 72-yard touchdown. So Golden Tate has his 9th TD on the season. We'll see you when we're on defense. All right, now it's first and long from the 35. First down and 10 here for the Jaguars as they are on offense for the first time. So we're ready to play some defense here. So now Gardner Minshew hands the ball off to Leonard Fournette, and he only gains about 4 yards on that play. So this is going to be a 2nd and 6 here for the Jaguars. So they're at the 38-yard line. So now Minshew throws the ball. That will be an incompleter. So 0 for 1 there that time. 3rd down and 6 now here for the Jaguars as they are ready to play some offense. And they're at the 38. So they throw the ball to Brian DiLorenzo, the Gannon University product. And if you don't know where Gannon University is, it's in Erie, Pennsylvania, not far from Presque Isle State Park, where I went to this summer. Presque Isle, I was only there for the day. Oh, and it could have been an INT, but if a defender would have used his hands and caught that, that would have been a tremendous INT. So this is a 2nd down and 10 from the 44-yard line. And now he throws the ball. That is going to be an incomplete pass. So this is going to be a 3rd and 10 here for the Jacksonville Jaguars. So 3rd and 10 from the 44. Minshew, he's ready to throw. And that turns out to be an incomplete pass. So this is now going to be a 4th and 10. So they did not gain any yards whatsoever from 1st down to 4th down. And they have to punt this away. So that is punted, and it will turns out it's out of bounds. So they're at the 20. All right, now this is 1st and 10 from the 42 here in TIAA Bank Field. And he's going to throw the ball to Harold McGrady. Uses a juke move there. The Kent State University product is going to slide on into the end zone. And that is a touchdown here for the Bulldogs. And it's now going to be a 14-0 lead here for London. We'll see you guys when, well, we're going to take a break. All right, now this is 2nd and 12 from the 47. So now Gardner Minshew throws the ball to Leonard Fournette. That is incomplete. So now this is going to be a 3rd down and 10. We're going to use zone coverage here for the defense. And all right, now they're going to throw the ball. They're going to throw it to Brian DiLorenzo. And that is 4th and inches. So that does not count. So they're going to have to punt this away. Hope they make this one final snap before the first quarter ends. If not, oh well, they can punt this in the second quarter. And the first quarter is over here at TIA Bank Field. And it is 14-0 Bulldogs lead as the London Bulldogs are ready to go 9-0 on the season with this win today. So hopefully Jalen Ramsey at least has one punt return for a touchdown. And the second punt in a row, he gets it out of bounds. So now Josh Bosher made that out of bounds. So we're at the way behind the 5-yard line. So Ben Roethlisberger, he's going to hand the ball off to Melvin Gordon the third. And he's going to get stopped at the 13 there for a gain of 8 yards. So now we're going to use the curls pass play on 2nd and 2 now from the 13-yard line. So Roethlisberger, he's ready to throw. He passes it to Harold McGrady, and he gets stopped there. 3 for 3, 143 yards in this game. This is pretty interesting to see how Roethlisberger has progressed from week 1 up until week 10. So he's thrown hundreds of yards per game. So that's interesting. So he's had almost 158.3 passer rating in almost every game he's played. So Roethlisberger 4 for 4, 169 yards, passing yards. So I'm thinking either third or fourth quarter I might have Joe Flacco be the quarterbacks for the second half. And then I'm thinking starting next week we'll add some Drew Brees in there. So now Odell Beckham Jr. gets this into the end zone, touchdown Bulldogs, and it's now going to be a 21-0 lead. 48-yard touchdown, by the way. I will see you guys after the 2-minute warning. All right, that is a fumble, and we get this into the end zone for a touchdown. So there was a fumble and a kickoff. So Jared Cook, one of our tight ends, makes a defensive touchdown. So now they lose the ball. So this is how it goes. So the returner gets knocked out, the ball is out, and the defense, this is what I'm explaining right now, and Jared Cook gets it into the end zone. Touchdown. It's now 28-0 here in Jacksonville. We're going to take a break. Okay, now it's 1st and 10. Jacksonville got another turnover, and that time it was a fumble recovery, and Ryan Kerrigan, the former Washington Redskins linebacker, recovered it, and Larry Fitzgerald gets another reception. So 231 yards for Big Ben. That's really impressive in this game. He might take home AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So I'm going to throw it to Fitzgerald. He gets this into the end zone. Touchdown. Bulldogs, first receiving touchdown of the game, the 9th on the year. And we're going to try a 2-point conversion, and it will be 36-0 if it's good. All right, now this is 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line here in TIAA Bank Field. And now they're going to throw the ball to Leonard Fournette. That is a timeout for the Jaguars. So now we're going to blitz here. We're going to use a dollar formation. We're at the 39-yard line with only 53 seconds to go in the first half. So, the ball is out. And apparently London has recovered. Jordan Hicks there made the fumble recovery here for the Bulldogs, and now we're going to use the flood passing play on 1st and 10. So Roethlisberger, I'm thinking we're just going to run him in, and he gets stopped at the 49. And now this is going to be a 2nd and 10. We're going to use some dragon spacing pass play. 2nd down. And now supposedly he's going to throw it to Odell Beckham Jr. And he's close to the touchdown line, but does not. Almost 300 yards for Roethlisberger in this game. So we'll see you guys in the second half. Okay, now this is 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line here for the Jaguars. So they're handing the ball off to Leonard Fournette, but he's going to get stopped there at the 31. So he loses 2 yards there on that play. So this is a 2nd and 12 now. And we're going to use the 4-3 formation here for the defense. And we're at the 31. So he's going to throw the football. That will be incomplete. So now this is going to be a 3rd down and 12 here for the Jaguars. So now Jacksonville, they're going to throw it to Brian DiLorenzo. That will be completed, but not enough to make the 1st down. So they have to punt this on 4th and 4. And now Jalen Ramsey will be ready to return the punt here for the Bulldogs, which are the best they are the best team in the NFC as of right now. And he's going to break 1 tackle, and he gets stopped at the 24-yard line. This is going to be a 1st and 10. So now we're going to use... We subbed out for Ben Roethlisberger because he did such a great job today. And we got Joe Flacco. He's ready to throw the football to Odell Beckham Jr. He's going to do juke moves along the way, and that is going to be a 1st down and 10, 37-yard pass there by Joe Flacco. All right, now this is 1st and 10 from the 26. Alshon Jeffrey gets a reception, set 2 for 2, 45 yards there on the play. So we're going to use some slants here. And we subbed in Odell Beckham Jr. just to put in Alshon Jeffrey there. So now I'm going to throw it to Jeffrey, and Alshon Jeffrey gets the touchdown. And that will be his 1st receiving touchdown of the game. So he did not play in the 1st half. So this is his 3rd reception of the season, and it's now going to be 43-0 here in Jacksonville. All right, now this is a 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line here for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Beginning of the 4th quarter, by the way. And the Jags have not scored any points whatsoever. So 2nd down and 2, here we are in Saxonville, Florida. That's what their defense was called back in 2017. And they throw the ball to Brian DiLorenzo. That is going to be down at the 28-yard line. 8 receptions, 84 yards. And he has not scored a single touchdown in this game whatsoever. And the Jags, did not score any points. Not even a safety, a touchdown, or whatnot. So 1st and 10. Minshew, he's going to get sacked by Malcolm Jenkins, a former Philadelphia Eagles secondary. His 5th sack on the year. And now this is going to be a 2nd and 17 now from the 35-yard line. And now 2nd and 17. He throws the ball. That is at the 31. All right, now the Jags are converting on 4th and 16. If they do not make it, the Bulldogs do have possession, and the pass was incomplete. So turns out London football. So now we're going to use a running play with some Frank Gore on the line. So 1st and 10 with only 90 seconds to go. Frank Gore does a juke move, and he's going to get stopped at the 44 there. A gain of 20 yards, despite being his 1st carry. That's pretty good for a running back. So we're going to use a 26 duo, still with Frank Gore. And now Joe Flacco hands the ball off to Gore, and he uses a juke move there, and he gets stopped at the 36. And we're going to use a 2nd and 2 now, and I'm thinking of passing the ball to Gore. So I'm going to throw it to Frank Gore, and he's going to get stopped there at the 12-yard line. 36 seconds to go in this football game. 24-yard reception there. And we had 2 red zone touchdowns apparently. So we had a lot of deep touchdowns. So first down and 10 from the 12-yard line. And Joe Flacco, he's going to get stopped at the 3. This ends the game here in Jacksonville as the London Bulldogs win it 43-0. And we're not going to make any snaps. The game's over. 43-0 is your final score. What a blowout in this. So the London Bulldogs shut out the Jacksonville Jaguars for their 9th win of the season. So the Bulldogs are now 9-0 on the year, and next week they battle off against the Chicago Bears in Chicago. That's where the site was for last season's postseason game. If you guys, like I said, if you haven't watched it yet, I'll have the link to the video in the description if you guys want to check that out. So now, 43-0. We'll show you statistics here. Ben Roethlisberger, 8 for 8, 158.3 pass rating, 291 yards, and 4 touchdowns on the day. Joe Flacco, 158.3 pass rating, 4 for 4, 86 yards, and 1 touchdown on the day. Leonard Fournette, 4 carries, 7 yards, no touchdowns. Receiving wise, Odell Beckham Jr. had 3 receptions, 131 yards, and 1 touchdown on the day. Brian D. Lorenzo had 8 receptions, 84 yards, and no touchdowns yet. Golden Tate had 1 reception, 72 yards. That was the opening drive on offense. Harold McGrady, Larry Fitzgerald, and Alshon Jeffrey both scored offensive touchdowns. There was a defensive touchdown. Malcolm Jenkins, Josh Allen, Jordan Hicks, and Matt Alcindor all had offensive. So all had sacks in this game. And that pretty much wraps it up. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you guys soon. Peace out.